The morning after Christmas, I called my friend again and asked him to officially represent me. He was a seasoned real estate attorney who had handled inheritance disputes before. By noon, he had already reviewed the documents my sister served me. He explained that because I had handled the land's upkeep, paid all taxes, covered repairs, and managed everything for years without her involvement, I had a strong case to defend myself. Before I could even finish processing all that, another letter showed up by courier. It was from my sister's attorney demanding that I immediately agree to a settlement. They claimed I owed her half of the appreciation value and accused me of hiding profits by not informing her how much the land was worth now. My attorney calmly pointed out that their claim was aggressive but not solid, and the best move would be to start compiling every piece of documentation I had. I spent the next 2 days digging through every drawer, folder, and box in my house. I found years' worth of property tax receipts, invoices for roof repairs, fencing, landscaping, and even old emails with the county office where I discussed property maintenance. I took everything to my attorney, who organized it into a timeline showing that I alone had preserved the value of the land while my sister had contributed nothing. My parents showed up at my house without warning a few days later. They brought cookies and smiles, but the conversation turned serious fast. They begged me to find a way to settle this before it ruined the family. They asked if I could just make things right by offering my sister a financial settlement to end the lawsuit quietly. I listened but made no promises. A week later, we had a family-arranged meeting at a local restaurant. They booked a private room. It was me, my parents, my sister, and a few older family friends who had been around since we were kids. The tension was so thick it felt hard to breathe. My sister immediately started accusing me of secretly profiting off the land, claiming I intentionally kept her in the dark to steal her rightful share. She had her fiancé with her, sitting silent at her side. I calmly pulled out my copies of all the records, taxes paid, repair bills, insurance premiums, even photos showing the storm damage I had fixed after a major flood 3 years ago. I laid it all out on the table. The friends present looked increasingly uncomfortable. My sister's face got redder by the second. My mother started crying halfway through, begging me to remember that family is more important than money. My father kept silent, staring at his coffee cup like it had all the answers. I pointed out that it was not about the money. It was about being attacked for something I had done in good faith. I reminded them that my sister had shown no interest in the land for nearly a decade. Then, in the middle of it all, my sister blurted out that she needed the money to help pay for her upcoming wedding. Her dream venue required a huge deposit, and she had been counting on the land's appreciation to cover it. I sat there stunned while a couple of the family friends exchanged glances. I told her that dragging family into court just to fund a luxury wedding was cruel. She accused me of not wanting her to be happy. She grabbed her things and stormed out, loudly blaming me for ruining her future before disappearing into the parking lot with her fiancé trailing behind. Later that evening, I started getting messages from distant cousins and old family friends. My sister had been talking, and it seems someone had even shared my private information like my new address and workplace details, making it easier for gossip to spread. Private conversations I had with my parents earlier about my legal plans and the documentation somehow leaked and ended up circulating among relatives. It was clear my sister had been sharing them, framing me as the villain. By the end of the week, the extended family started taking sides. Some called me directly, hinting I should just settle and make peace. Others sent passive-aggressive messages about how life is too short to fight over money. My attorney advised me to expect a coordinated smear campaign. He told me to start documenting everything, every call, every text, every email. He said we would need a full timeline showing not just the facts about the land, but also the harassment tactics my sister and her supporters were starting to use against me. I backed up my phone. I saved screenshots. I kept copies of everything. I stopped answering calls unless they came from people I absolutely trusted. My girlfriend helped me sort through all the chaos. She said it was better to stay quiet and let the legal process speak for itself. After everything started spiraling with the family picking sides, I noticed my sister's car parked across the street from my house more than once. She would sit there for a while then drive off.